Welcome to EOTalks, Eastern Oregon's very own talk show, only here on EOAlive.
I'm Rikki Jo Hickey, and I am here today with Aurelio Marin, and we're going to be getting to know him just a little bit because Aurelio actually has an interest in perhaps doing some work here with EOA TV. So Aurelio, welcome.
All right, thank you for having me.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. I mean, tired, but, it is what it is.
Yeah? And I heard you mentioning finals going on right now?
Yeah, right now we're in the midst. It's Wednesday today. Yeah, we're in the middle of finals week, and it's kind of been a little stressful, but, we get through it.
Yeah. So you're a student up at EOU.
I am.
How many credits are you taking?
Right now, I think I'm taking 20.
Oh, okay. That is a lot of credits.
Yeah.
And why would you do that to yourself?
Well, because I'm a double major, and I decided that I was going to overload myself with a double degree.
Okay, and what are you majoring in?
I am majoring in music and theater acting.
Great, I love that. And tell me a little bit about the music program.
So
I'm not familiar with it.
The music program, it's a great program. We've got a lot of differentiating kind of classes. Like I never thought in my life that I'd ever take a class called electronic music and kind of learn like a software to make music with fake instruments, not fake, but like instruments that I don't have to play. And it's a really fun program so far. I mean, I haven't had any complaints other than the fact that it's stressful.
When you major in music, do you have to choose a track just like you would with theater? Like, do you have to do vocals or?
I think so, and I think mine's undeclared.
Okay.
Because I decided I was a little skeptical about double majoring when I first got here, and then like a term in, I was like, okay, yeah, I'll probably do that, and then I didn't really get into the specifics of that.
I'm sure you will.
I'm sure I will soon.
Tell me a little bit about theater. Is theater the reason you came here?
Yeah, theater. This theater program was one of the top options of what I was looking for at college, and of course it was also the best kind of because cost was a little lower than the others, and theaters has always been a thing that I've always wanted to do since I was probably maybe 8.
Yeah.
I think.
That's great. And have you done theater since you were 8 then?
Not since I was 8. I think the first time I did theater was, oh goodness, it might have been middle school.
Do you remember what role it was?
Yeah, it was. We did The Little Mermaid Jr. and I was Chef Louis.
Oh, fun!
And, yeah. That started that whole, roller coaster of people seeing me on the streets and being like, you were that guy.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, that was me.
That's awesome. And where did you do that?
In Hermiston.
And that's where you grew up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you want to talk a little bit about Hermiston?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Hermiston. It's a great place if you like watermelons.
I love watermelon.
We are. Yeah. I think they're commonly known for their watermelons, which is great. I mean, they're great. It's a great fruit. I personally don't like watermelons, but I think they're great. I think they are delicious. And it's kind of like LeGrand, but a little bit bigger. I'd like to say. Our weather is a lot worse, though. I think, which
in
is
Hermiston?
Yeah, it's different because it's like over the mountain is kind of a very different drastic change than like the weather over there. It gets way hotter.
Yes.
And a lot, when we get snow, it's bad. And, yeah, I mean, I've grown up there all my life for the most part, and it was fairly fair,
Yeah.
I would say.
And did you do theater in high school too?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah, I did theater all throughout, high school, freshman to senior year.
Great.
Even when, the dreaded pandemic happened.
Oh, yeah.
We tried to keep that alive by doing like an online kind of thing, which was, I mean, it was interesting, but we got there eventually. A lot of glitches, a lot of.
Did you do it on Zoom?
No, so we did this thing where we recorded everything and then put it into a system and kind of like edited like it was a show, but this program I fought so hard to be like, can we put it in the better program that the school pays for? And they were like, well, we just don't know how to do that. I was like, I will do it. I'm the one taking classes for it, guys.
Yeah.
And they were like, well, and they just never let me do it. And I was like, okay.
But it managed to get
It managed to get done.
And what was that? What show was that?
We did, so in the beginning of the semester, we did Christmas Carol, just like
Nice.
a radio version, like no visuals.
Okay.
And then in the second half, we did, there's this show called like At the Bandstand. And it was this weird, like kind of like how in Greece they did the dance at the school. It was that kind of vibe to where it's like a bunch of people go to this competition to dance with a bunch of other competitors, and they choose the best dancer. And it was an interesting find because I'd never thought in my life I'd ever wear something so like flamboyant, I guess. But also be sitting in a chair as I'm saying these lines.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That must have been kind of weird.
Mm-hmm.
Feel a little strange. I did one also during the pandemic. What was it? War of the Worlds, I think we did. And it was very easy because it was, it's a radio show originally. So
Absolutely.
Not as challenging, I don't think, maybe, as that. That sounds a little more difficult.
This is weird.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about what you are hoping to do with your degrees as you move on in life.
Yeah.
Because are you a junior or sophomore?
Academically junior.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah. What I plan to do, the dream of being, an actor somewhere outside of Oregon has been there. So like I'd like to at least go attempt that, right? So I keep telling people like I'm probably gonna go travel, see what I can do with that, I get connections somehow. But I also if that's not really the life for me, I plan to probably do teaching for that, like either theater or music, depends what they need. Full time, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Settle down somewhere, just work in a school district.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound too bad.
No, it is a lot of work, and
I agree.
Yeah.
So I've heard.
I feel for teachers right now.
Yeah.
That's a different conversation, and I wouldn't try to deter you from it because we always need good teachers, for sure. And I think you would be exceptional. So I want to hear a little bit more about, I heard rumors about a podcast. Is this true? Are you trying to start one?
We were talking, and I have always been so interested in video production / like what we're doing now / like making a podcast that's easier for people to kind of get on. It's one of those things where it's like, because I took several classes like this in high school. I graduated with an honors in video production.
Oh, neat.
And it was something that I wanted to do in college, but never found a good school to do that to. I mean, we have a film minor here, but like it's not what I need. It's not what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Not that I wouldn't take it. It's just not what I'm looking for. And so like the experience I could get from talking with everyone here at EOA would probably benefit me a lot more if I could get if I could do something similar to like what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
And, kind of get the ball rolling for that.
So you're thinking more video interviews and not so
probably.
much a podcast then?
I mean,
I just heard a rumor about a podcast. I thought
sure.
maybe you had one going.
Sure, yeah. I mean, either or. I wouldn't mind either. It probably something more like this where I can actually like have a genuine conversation with someone. It's, I love talking. I like talking to people. It's one of my favorite things to do. And to do that in a space where that could like be shared with everyone else and everyone else could hear what the person has to say, that would be phenomenal.
Yeah. Awesome. Tell me a little bit about this bakery I heard about that your auntie owns over in Hermiston.
Yes.
I want to know more.
Her, it's called the Homemade Bakery. I believe it's Homemade Bakery LLC because she owns it. And it's it's this nice little bakery in Hermiston. It's where it's next to a bunch of these food trucks, next to the postal office and / police station because they're all such in close vicinity together. And she does everything homemade. and they are delicious. They range from like typical, treats from like regular cupcakes or like cookies to like, stuff from like what we make at home, like conchas or flan.
Nice.
And tres leches, which is one of my
Yummers.
favorite things that she makes. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And I've never heard any complaints. I'm not a sweets guy. So like take this from me. I love her sweets. My mom, after when we were doing Shakespeare in Love, like snuck a thing of
Yes, I saw
cookies
that box.
and cupcakes backstage, and I saw it and I was like, "What is this?"
Yeah.
I was amazed. I was surprised.
So for our listeners, Aurelio and I were in Shakespeare in Love together up at EOU recently, and there was this beautiful box of treats that came in, and I took a peek. They looked delicious, and I was very curious and wanted to know more, and found out that it was Aurelio's auntie's shop, and that's really exciting. So that's over there in Hermiston also.
Yep.
So she brought it all the way from Hermiston just to give to you.
I know.
That's so sweet. What a loving, doting mom. Thanks,
She is
Mama.
my number one fan ever since I wanted to start doing stuff like this.
Oh, I love
She's
that.
never once not supported me, which I can
Oh.
appreciate.
No, that's so
You
great.
know.
I love that. Tell me a little bit about moving to La Grande and how maybe that impacted your life versus growing up in Hermiston. What were some of the transitions you had to undergo, and how difficult maybe was that for you?
I think for the most part, I mean, I've never moved to a place where it was like so far from home, but close enough to where it's like if I wanted to, I could go back home for a couple of days. I am finding that difficult now, because at a point I got so busy that I was like, I don't have time to go home. I need to get this done, or like, jobs, stuff like that. I never, I didn't think there was anything too challenging other than probably that. Maybe the transition in weather too. Transition in weather. It's a lot cooler here. It's a lot less like in the summer, because I stayed last summer, and I was like, it is not as hot as it would be over there, because I did drive down there a couple times. I was like, I cannot. The
Yeah.
temperature change is kind of wild.
Yes.
I think maybe being smaller was also a challenge, because in Hermiston there's not much to do, but at least like you drive 40 minutes and there's the Tri-Cities,
Yeah.
right? Here it's like it's great and it's nice and it's beautiful. I just wish I wasn't so bored sometimes. I guess.
Yeah. Are you an outdoorsy person?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I've taken a couple hikes and stuff. Because I mean, hey, why not?
Yeah. That's usually what most people say about La Grande is they love it, how they can get to the outdoors real fast.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's just one of the things I was thinking about. Do you have anything else you would like to share, Aurelio?
Not off the top of my head. I mean, we're getting into the end of the term, and we'll be on Christmas break for a while, and then we're starting up immediately rehearsals for and I rolled my eyes just because I not that I hate it, but it's just I realize that I'm overloading myself this year a lot with specifically performances. It's because we've got the choir show coming up next.
Yeah.
And that is always such a stressful time on all of us.
Can we talk about the choir show? Because
Sure.
you guys were singing so many songs in the dressing room during Shakespeare in Love.
Yeah.
And if I recall, everything has to do with color.
Yes, I can't.
And you're colorblind, so this is kind of fun for you, right? Like.
Yeah, I can't say too much about like what the show like has in it specifically, but yes, the theme is colors,
Okay.
and it is going to be such an interesting navigation for me being colorblind, and it's especially like once we get like what we need for as in performance wear. I'm going to have my friends come with me and be like, hey, what color is this? Is this something I can wear? And
you have to be trusting.
and I have to trust them, because if they're the ones making me look dumb on stage, that's their issue. But yeah, no, it's gonna be so fun. We were getting the rep as we go, and it's going to be awesome. The dates are set for February 6th and 7th.
Okay.
And I'm quite excited. It's always been so far these shows have been so fun to do. When I got here, I was a little skeptical because I didn't know what I was getting into at first, and then once doing it, it was like, wow, this is awesome. Such a cool concept.
That's great. And have you had lots of support from home? I know you said your mom is like your number one supporter, but have folks come to see your shows from Hermiston?
Yeah, a couple of buddies of mine have come from Hermiston to see my shows. Not very many, as most of them have greater things in life to do, which is fair. But I've had, a couple other family members come, and, some of my friends who, I still keep in contact with, they also have more. There's a lot of people from Hermiston at the college, which is great.
Yeah.
They come and support us when they can,
Good.
and I am all for it. I love seeing them in the audience and, being able to share that sort of stuff.
And so when you go back home in the summer, because you have before, do you use any of the skills that you're using here at EOU when you're back home, or are you doing different kind of work when you're home?
When I'm home, it's mainly just like usually just visiting for a couple of days.
Okay.
But I mean, I've found myself seeing some of my old colleagues that I've done music with in the in high school, and they're asking me how it is, and I'm like, it's good. It's definitely not like what we learned, but, and then, like, we end up sitting and talking about music for, like, maybe 2-3 hours.
Oh, I love that.
And I'm sitting there like, wow, I'd never have talked about music that much since going to college.
Wow.
I never thought that would be a point of conversation that I have more than 30 minutes. And I'm like, whoa.
Well, that's exciting.
Yeah.
That's really good. I love that. Well, thank you, Aurelio. I don't know if I really have much more to talk about.
Of course, it's no problem.
Yeah, but I know that you are excited about maybe doing some interviews here,
Yes,
just like this,
yes.
with others. And my understanding is that maybe it's going to be with college students.
That would be my main demographic. People like me, kind of people coming to this college to find what they want to do in life. And I guess hearing just their stories. Their stories are what I think is the most interesting, and I hope that's a lot interesting to everyone out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because everyone deserves to get a chance to tell it. I mean, it's one of the things that makes you a person, I feel like, is getting to know what story makes you, what drives you to make this story happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, that's great. I look forward to seeing some of those interviews. I think that'd be really fun. It'd be nice to see kind of where the college students are coming from, whether they're traditional or non-traditional, all those great things, and just to learn about their experiences up there at EOU, especially as we're feeling, I think, the contraction of financial support for universities across the state, right? Even across the country, actually.
Yeah.
But just to know, how that's impacting students and how they're dealing with it and making their choices and making life happen for themselves. I think that's really exciting. I think it's a great idea, Aurelio. I'm excited to see it grow. Yeah, so thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
I'm Rikki Jo Hickey, and this is Aurelio Marin, and you've been watching EOTalks.